What is up, everybody? Welcome to an emergency spice stream. We don't use that term lightly. Today is a spicy as all heck day. Holy crap. Thanks for tuning in. Smash the likes and subscribes. Get hype because lots is going on. So much is going on. It's intense. Let's jump into the charts here. Hopefully I have my camera. There we are. I'm all the way over here now. Stuff's going ballistic. XRP. Ripple apparently coming in here with a filing from Judge Torres saying that it is not a security. Pretty interesting stuff. I can't say I expected this today. Can't say I expected this maybe at all. But I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Lots of trades getting mixed up here. Of course, the second I go live, we see the green candle stop. Isn't that just fitting? Bitcoin pushing up. Let's get our chart up here. This is the chart we've been using. We nailed a bunch of trades. But things are getting very interesting here. We have not broken on Bitcoin the top of our range, 31.5. That's looking very likely today as the market is really seeing some upside action. Quickly, we're going to tab through a few charts here. Ethereum, 2K hit. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Remember we were talking about 1900 the other day on Paul Bear, and I said 2K. I said it could happen. I think I said it could happen this week. We're there. 2000 on Ethereum, of course, sitting below some pretty major resistance. We'll get more into these charts as we go. We're just going to do a little overview. The dollar. I can't decide in my mind if it is the dollar or if it's the Ripple case, but the dollar is absolutely dumping. We've been waiting for this all year. The dollar jumping off a cliff here, breaking its 23 lows, trading down under 100. I think I said that on Paul Barron also. What a good interview. I'm trying to get music loading. This is, we don't go live emergency style often, so I wasn't ready. It's been a while. Dollar dumping down into the 99s. I'm seeing lower lows than that. People on Twitter were saying, oh, is that it? I don't think so. We've been looking for this move forever. Our first target's down at 97 or 96, even possibly lower if we see continuation to the downside. But this is likely lifting all markets, not just crypto, as the dollar loses purchasing power. Commodities, assets, equities priced in dollars go up because each dollar buys less. So this is a very logical move here as we're seeing the downside on the dollar and Bitcoin flirting with its highs. Man, that red candle. Get out of here, red candle. I'm pumped, guys. You guys pumped? You should be. You should be pumped. We'll get a clean chart here. Dominance. This is hella spicy. Dominance now pulling back, and we can see on the weekly. You probably haven't heard this on any other channel from any other analyst yet. Cohen will be chiming in soon enough. Back to that 50% mark, potentially looking to backtest that breakout at 49%. Find support there. Alt's likely not going to do so hot. However, this is a good sign in my opinion, at least for the short term, and very logical as we're seeing the next big chart we're going to look at here. XRP, holy shit, it's off the charts, literally. XRP trading all the way up to 85 cents today. Holy crap. Holy shit. Earlier in the day, down at 47, now up 80% off this news. Hella spicy. And of course, your boy Tom, real quick, snuck in along here. Holy shit, it's up $800. Already realized 150. Wild. Yeah, I was thinking I'll sneak out a few, like 100, 200 on this. Pretty much, I want to say a FOMO long, but there's really no other word for it. Pretty FOMO long looking. My next take profit for XRP, I have sitting at 95 cents, just under $1 for a good chunk of this position. Ooh, let's see if I'm going to make this a little smaller. I'll do 1,000. There we go. Looking to take profit again, 95 cents. I did take a little bit at like the 70 something, 72, 73. Holy crap. This is wild. We're going to have to just look at the XRP chart. We're going to have to pull up the XRP chart here. This is bonkers. Look at this daily candle. 81% still climbing, guys. Holy shit. Smash the likes and subscribes. Let's get hype. Look at this candle. We were talking about God candles for a while. Here you go. That's a God candle. Holy, like, what do you even say? Look at this. Look at this on the day. The whole chart back to 22 looks like it didn't move at all. And today's candle just poking out the top. Holy crap. Let's go to the week or monthly here, because this is likely where we're going to be looking for our different levels. So 81 cents we were looking at earlier. Can't believe it hit it this fast, but we already see price pushing past there by a substantial amount, enough for me to think that this is already broken. Next upside, let's see. Yeah, around that 95 cents, we saw monthly consolidation there before the drop. Good downside target. Wow. Wow. Let's see. I like that. 95 cents. Yeah, I'm going to look to take profit there. If I can sneak back in at 55-ish again, that's the 618 retracement. I think that will be a pretty solid long. Who knows if it'll retrace there or even if it'll hit 95, but that would be a solid place on the monthly chart to look to enter if we do see a pullback to there. That's looking hella good. What is up, fam? I see the chat going. I know you guys are hype. I'm certainly hyped up. This is the spiciest day in crypto we've had in a long time. Weirdly, thanks to XRP, I suppose, or Judge Torres, whoever we want to credit. Holy shit. It looks like that 95 cent take profit's going to hit. That's bonkers, man. I don't even know what to say here. I don't even know what to say about it. Bitcoin, nice. So something interesting that I do want to share with you guys is we're seeing a really spicy seesawing. In the previous bull market, we saw this with Bitcoin and Litecoin. We may again, who knows? But right now, we're seeing it with XRP. As XRP moves up, basically, we're seeing Bitcoin kind of just float around. But in these little pullback times, Bitcoin seems to be gaining a little ground. And that has brought us to the high. Here we are. This is why we went live. Brought us to the yearly high at 31.5 as XRP continues to push up, seemingly giving no fucks. We got 2,000 viewers. Let's go, fam. Hype it up. We only have 76 likes. What's going on with that? We could have hundreds. Let's get those up. We need the engagement. The more we engage with the live stream, the more YouTube shares this or shows this to new people. That's how we grow. Please, please engage. Chat, vote. Well, we don't have a poll to put one up. Vote in polls, like, chat, say something in the chat, subscribe, share the stream. You know the deal. Holy shit, there it is. 90 cents. Wow. 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 But we're seeing a seesawing back and forth of XRP pumping and Bitcoin kind of then making up or picking up some of the ground in between. I don't really know what to call it, but it's interesting because I've never seen this with another coin. So to see this happening right now is the reason I decided to add to my long position on Bitcoin. It's another reason I added to the XRP long at one point here too. This is wild. We may see 95 cents today. I do want to caution you guys against FOMO. I know you hate to hear it. It's not sexy, but this is why we do this channel, for good advice. FOMO is a killer. Going long in XRP now is probably super tempting, but it's almost certainly a bad idea just based on our rules of whenever you're feeling FOMO, you're almost always making the wrong choice here. So be careful, please, with your trades today. I'm going to be showing you mine, and if I make any new ones during this live, of course, we'll be sharing them as well. Let's flip back to those live trades and see what's going on here. Holy fuck. Up $1,000. $1,000 effing dollars, and my take profit's getting hit live right now at 95. Let's go. Don't you dare go back down. Don't you effing dare. Look at that BS. Look at that malarkey. Look at that malarkey. 94, 95. What? That's a bunch of bullshit. That's a bunch of BS. I'm not going to do anything, though. I'm just going to assume it is going to hit here. That was not a really big position. About, I think it started at $600 or $700 of margin. Now up $1,000 unrealized and 127 realized dollars. Of course, you see all the shorts have been closed. I kind of panic closed some earlier. I thought it was a bad idea, but it worked out. Let's see the trades we've had during the lives here. Oh, I didn't close these ones out. No, that's okay. We're net long on these trades anyway. $1,200 on our long, $80 on our long, and our shorts kind of double-digit losses here. Not that surprising for this move to the upside. Definitely want to share this right here. CoinGlass.com. CoinGlass, if you're watching, please just send me sponsor me so I can just say you're a sponsor. I use this site all the time. It's free. There's nothing to buy there as far as my knowledge is. But this was a big signal, and things are mixing up here. So as we saw Bitcoin climb, we saw some really important things happen. One, shorts liquidate, not a big deal. But two, we saw open interest rally with price. This is the signal we were looking for in the last live stream, saying I'd like to see open interest continue to increase with price. We've got it here, and it is rather beautiful. Something I don't really love is all these short liquidations. Of course, we're getting them, and if we move up even another $100 or $200, breaking a new high this year, we are very likely to see a lot more short liquidations come in because of the high being broken. But what I don't like about that is typically short squeezing or long squeezing does produce a volatile move, but it's usually not sustained or usually gets sold off, bought back to about equilibrium. So what I'd like to see is more spot volume come in, less shorts being liquidated. I do like longs being opened. However, you don't really like a move that's being mostly fueled by derivatives, because they're likely to end up in a cascading liquidation in either direction. So longs are definitely picking up here. Where's this guy? Let's check out this. This is a little easier to read. Funding. This is not what I wanted to see, unfortunately. Funding is back to neutral. It was slightly bullish earlier, now back to neutral. So not the end of a rally killer, but I would have liked to see this continue to get more and more negative. That's not the case right now. CoinX, we've said it before, I guess I'll say it again, is smoking something, and I want some of that. Huge negative funding on CoinX. If we saw this across the board, a long would just be like a no-brainer trade position. CoinX, unfortunately, has had weird funding in the past, so I'm not really going to bet based on that, especially when we see OKX, Binance chilling around neutral. That's not really suggesting this CoinX funding is important. No. Are you serious? You're not gonna fill this? You didn't fill it. Oh my God. Watch me get trolled live. Wow. Do you see that, chat? F in chat. Put an F in chat for that. That's an F. Rip. Wow. I'm so skunked. I got so skunked. It's all right. Looking at the XRP chart here, this actually isn't too bad. 81.6. This was the first upside resistance we were looking for. Of course, 95. I'll take back some of what I said. It looks like Fairdusk didn't trade at 95, but neither did Bitstamp. I'm going to guess that's across the board, sniping us. But our previous take profit or resistance right here at 81, we've seen basically price come down and now looking to test that as support. I'm going to go down to the 1 minute. We never do this. Holding here would not be terrible. However, something tells me that a trade like this will get stopped out. But it could be taking something like that. You get a 5, do like a 4-to-1, 3-to-1. There we go. Something like this, but I think that this is probably going to get stopped. Any trade you take today, guys, during this volatile, pumpish day, likely want a tight stop there. What goes up does come down, usually about as quickly. And so any long, especially at the top of almost 100% rally on the day, is going to be dangerous. This likely will get stopped out live. YOLO. That's all right. I'm so triggered, though. Matic, we were looking for 78 cents, pushing past, looking for, what, 90, 92 cents? Pretty move there on Matic, actually. Very pretty move. Just gonna flip through these alts, see what's Gucci. Money flow positive, VWAP positive, momentum positive. Matic looking pretty good. Up 20% on the day. Wow. We have not had a day like this in a while. We deserve it. Litecoin even seeing some of those gains here. Not quite back to 105, but reaching up to 104 today. Looks like it's pulling back on the hour here. Tracking pretty well with Bitcoin. What else is moving? So many viewers, so much hype, guys. We got to get at least 420 likes. I don't know how we have such little likes for how many people are here. I'll forgive you, but just, hit that button. XRP up 32% on the hour. BNB up 1. Cardano. Looks like ADA is sharing in on the gains. Let's pull up Cardano here quick. No. And there's that, where did it go? Stopped out. There it is. Just so you guys know. Nice little candle on Cardano being a little dick, stopping us out, of course. That was a long time ago. So I like these candles, but they're just not nearly as hype as some of the other things we're seeing. Technically true on Matic as well. We're seeing these nice recovery candles, but they're bringing us right back to previous support or now new resistance. We see this on the weekly with Matic right here at 85. Let's see. Whoa, that one's next. ADA basically seeing the return to where we jumped from in June 4th. I don't love that on the chart. When we look at some other things like XRP, XLM, wow. Money in the bank, son. We see them breaking highs, putting in new highs. Like, holy shit. XLM up now 70% in the day. Holy moly. There's just a difference in these charts. We're seeing some coins break really significant highs and some basically returning to where they dumped earlier in the month. Very distinct types of charts here for those. At the moment today, it looks like you obviously favor the ones that are breaking highs, right? But, wow. 20 cents on XLM. Never thought I'd see the day. Pretty major resistance here, it seems. Consolidation from February of 22 coming into play. Wouldn't be surprising after an almost 100% rally today to see these things chill off a little bit. Maybe trade sideways. Who knows? Maybe not. That is a really clean touch of that 20 cents back to 16 though. Wow. I'm just like in shock, chat. Just in shock. What a rally. Really a big mover today as well. Coinbase. Coinbase's stock now trading back at $100. This is the highest it's traded since August of last year. I'm looking for 111 to basically retest that August's high. But that is a big move up. On this channel, we talked about in the last few streams, when it comes to Bitcoin ETF approval, maybe that meant SEC case approval. I don't know. But that there's a few charts we'd be looking at to kind of get a front-running indicator of how that's going. Coinbase, MicroStrategy, of course, Bitcoin were the ones that are looking at all of them running. Coinbase putting in new highs, MicroStrategy also breaking past 420, blaze it. Smash the likes for 420. Wow, MicroStrategy putting on really similar gains. Well, not to XRP, but kind of to the crypto market here. I think it was only yesterday it hit 420. Last week, maybe? Last week at 361. Now marching back up, looking for what appears to be about 500. MicroStrategy, that is a big move. For stocks, that's a big move, man. Let's see, where did this month start? 31% gain this month on MicroStrategy. That is bonkers. Holy shit. I'm setting my alerts for about 489. That'll be the next upside resistance, but this is looking rather pretty. I'm going to scope back to the dollar here for just a moment. Not a lot of change there, actually, since the stream started. 99.8. 99.8. I've done a bad thing. I haven't checked in on the chat yet because I'm so carried away. That's not good. Hopefully nothing really bad with the streams happen. We've had bad luck. Quickly, I'm going to shout out Fairdesk and Femex. You're going to see me trading on them live during the stream. Sign up using my link. They're great exchanges. I've been using them for years. I trust them as much as I can trust centralized exchanges. Sign up using my link for some big bonuses and for, I don't know, to help us out. All right. Man, XRP. I'm so skunked. I'm really trolled by that wick high, but I'm not going to change my plan. I'm just going to leave that there. Man, I kind of want to take some profit on it. You know what? Let's do this. I'm just going to market a really tiny TP. Market a tiny TP. There we go. Locked in another $100 of profit. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take it. Wow. All right. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. So let's see who's here. If you're here, let me know. I see Abdel Lack, Absolute Interference. Alexander Stewart, Petty Bro Tip, my man. Buy High, Sell Low, Christopher Jesser, Connor Anderson, Crypto Damas, Crypto Stevo. What's up, dude? Dariel Inda, Dirk Van K, Dusty Hunt, Financial Freedom 2783, Freedom 35, baby. David Van Poick, George Coleman, Georgiakopoulos, Get Wrecked 75, Hennick, 100 Air, Ian McKay, Jameson Marley, Jonah Plainclothes. Up, Jonah. Learning is here. How you doing, man? Kelly Boy, Leroy Essel, Louis Ka, Manila, Marcelo Rodriguez, Moggy Games, MTGO Biologic, Michuana, Mike Volmer, man, how you doing? Mohammed Jafari M, Mr. T, Nandi Han, Neaton Puri, Neil Glasser, Nicholas Harrison, Oh No Y2K, Patrick, I'm gonna get them all, Rigoberto Gonzalez, Robbie Onio, Senor Scoops, Trump Dumplet, Skyforge, Stephen Frey, T-Bone, Tech Spark, TG Gamer, The Game Counts, Tommy G, Tom Aragani, Zeke Z, Worston Broge, a name in Hebrew I can't name. Shout out to all my friends, to everyone here. It's a spicy day, and don't think the spice is over, fam. So keep the energy going, keep the positive vibes rolling. Respect, my friend, Neaton, respect. What's up, All Track? Thank you. Big Hands, Little Spoon. The spice is nice. Is a nice spice. What's up, Sin? What's up, man? ZXX5, will there be any signals? I mean, you follow every day, you'll get the signals, man. Also, some signals in the Discord. Highly recommend you joining discord.gg/Tom Crown. Show us the money, baby. Show you the money. There's the money. There's the monies. Boom. Let's see. Here you go. What's up, Coins Chick, my darling? Good to see you, Carlos Lopez. How you doing, man? Save with Crypto, Captain Gary, Daniel DeBolt. Man, the whole fam is here. The whole fam. Oh, Bill. Rory the Rolling Robot, my favorite robot. Tango Kingdom, would I recommend so the percentage you want to pull out when selling high so you avoid... The fees are based on percent, so it doesn't matter what you do. You always pay the same percent in fees, right? What's up, Tommy G? Joining the crew as the first subscriber in this spicy stream. If you're sitting there not subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Take a moment right now. Let me shout you out. Get up on the board. Subscribe. Join our fam. We're racing Bitcoin to 100K. And I guess we're racing XRP to $1. I don't know. No capital for this pump. Fuck rule, Mishu. I think that is a super common place to be right now. And it's almost too good to be true game theory wise. We see student loan repayments resuming, interest debts at all-time highs, the debt ceiling suspended. We see interest rate hike coming this month. All of the elements, all of the pieces to kind of keep people out, to not have liquidity, basically, to not be able to participate. It's all the elements for a perfectly planned game theory pump. What do you guys think about the Torres ruling on XRP? I want to know. What's up, Alin, Daniel, JP, BJJ? What's up, my grappling friend, Leroy Essel, Neil Glasser? I think I got you. Bajorn. Cheers to you, my friend. Ivan Takachev Plus. What's up, Kelly Boy? CPL. Who else? Everybody. Dr. Crypto, Erico, Alex Wooker, Abdel Lack. I think I got that one. What are you guys looking at today? What are you feeling? Do you think the pump is over? Let's put a poll. Is the pump over? Yes. No. LFG. Let's do that. What do you guys think? Ooh, the dollar wicked while I was talking. Lower low on the day, but right back up. I don't love that wick. I don't love it. My dog is shedding everywhere. It's making me itchy. Let's pull Bitcoin up for a second. All right. Similar to XRP, oddly. It looks like Bitcoin kind of rejecting from near the yearly high back to the previous resistance. Now, this was previous resistance looking left. I think it was like a daily close or something. But even today, we saw price interacting with this resistance, pulling back, creating almost, I'll call this a cup and handle here on the 5 right here. That's the handle. This would be the cup. But pulling back to even that cup's resistance, hopefully finding support here at 31.1 before making a move to a new yearly high on Bitcoin. That is my prediction and hope. Friendly reminder, none of this is financial advice. I'm just telling you guys what I see in my analysis and on my charts as I do it live. I will say I'm a little energetic today, and it's a good tip off to myself to know I need to probably check my expectations. Whenever euphoria or energy gets up like this, that's when we get sloppy. That's when we make mistakes. So being aware of your own mindset or your own sentiment, very valuable. And I'm clearly hyped on mine, so maybe I should be taking profits and not opening longs. We'll see. Crypto Treasure says the pump is over. Time for sideways. Very possible. 100K Bitcoin coming, says Daniel. I like that. I don't know. I mean, it's coming. It's always been coming. I don't know about today, though. Mr. T, the Asian area took profits on XRP. I took some profits on XRP, but I'm not Asian. What's up, World Tino? The pump is over, he says. If you think the pump's over, vote in the poll. We have 142 votes. 65% of us don't think the pump's over. 36% do. I'm leaning with the not. I believe. I have very high confidence that Bitcoin breaks 31,525 today. I don't know if that break is just a wick and we get sold off, close below, blah, blah. We've seen that song and dance many times, but I don't think Bitcoin is done today until it just taps above, if not runs above, 31,525 here on Coinbase. I just can't see it not happening with XRP putting in this kind of move. I just don't see it. I'm so trolled that our TP didn't hit. Maybe if I'm patient, it will. Maybe. We'll see. We have so many viewers. It's great to have a pop-in stream again. It's been a while since we had a pop-in stream, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy that everyone's joining us today. We can all bask in the green glow of the charts. Wait until Coinbase relists, says Get Wrecked. Honestly, guys, I don't think Coinbase relisting will be very bullish. In general, just listings aren't that bullish. When you're like peak bull market, listings typically pump. But it seems like every other time, listings just dumb. It's just somewhere for liquidity to escape. It'll be interesting to see if Coinbase relists. I would assume they will once they've had some time. Their lawyers have had time to digest this XRP news to really confirm if this is the case. Of course, I'm not a legal expert. I don't know if Judge Torres' ruling is final or, all-encompassing. But Coinbase can't afford to take risks right now. They're in the public eye. They are being groomed by BlackRock as their custodian and watchdog. So they gotta have all their T's crossed and I's dotted. ETF next also, I do agree there. I think that's coming very soon. XRP took the number 3 spot. Is that true? Let's pull that up. XRP overtakes BNB today. That's pretty cool. For me, XRP and BNB are like kind of the same. They're in the same tier of crypto in my mind. I was actually looking at market caps earlier, and so I do want to preface this. I'm not saying XRP is going to 10x. I'm not saying it won't, but this isn't my intention is to suggest that. But I was looking at market cap today, and I was thinking this was XRP was down to like 32 billion or something, and I said, it's at like 60 cents. If it were to 10x, it would be at $6, and its market cap would only be about 300 billion. Now that is a lot, and again, I'm not saying this is happening in the short term. You shouldn't bet based on this. It's just kind of a thought I had, is that these market caps are so low that these big moves are totally possible. Of course, I would expect Bitcoin to move up substantially if we saw something like that happen. But a $300 billion market cap, not impossible. Certainly for XRP, It has never been that high, but it would still only be half of what Bitcoin is now. It's just an interesting thought. XRP did retake the third spot. Tether, though, technically isn't the third, but I guess if we don't count that, the third crypto spot, overshadowing BNB by about 10% right now. Lido saw a move up with Ethereum, Cardano seeing a move up. Really, the whole market is just chasing to the upside. Here we go. Let's go, Bitcoin. Jameson Marley, FOMO'd at the top. Be careful, my friend. We say it every day. We don't buy the top of green candles, at least not here. XRP profits going to Bitcoin. That's an interesting thought that I'm willing to look into. I'm willing to give this a look. Let's take a peek. Okay, somewhat, definitely somewhat. Taking a look at XRP Btc, the chart, the secret chart. XRP gaining about 60% today against Bitcoin. It was up almost 90%, but it has pulled back about 17%. So there is some truth to that. It looks like when XRP hit about 94 cents and pulled back, Bitcoin began gaining ground again. We see that on these red candles here. In this pair, when we see BTC or XRP BTC, whenever it's green, that means XRP is gaining more or outpacing Bitcoin. Whenever it's red, vice versa, it is gaining less or Bitcoin is outpacing it. And we are seeing that pulling back here. So this logically does suggest that at least for the last, say, 30 minutes, profits have moved from XRP to BTC. There we go. I'm so effing trolled, man. That take profit was perfect. I got scammed. For anybody joining us, you got to see live earlier in the episode, me just get totally scammed on this take profit. I had it at 95 cents. As far as I can tell, it didn't actually trade there on any exchange. It hit like 94 and change. But we saw this wick live, and I was very confident I was about to hit a tasty take profit. Didn't happen. Earlier in this episode, this trade was also up $1,000, now only up $42. Womp. Womp. Let's see here. XRP, I don't really like the way this looks here. Don't really like this. A little blow off topish looking, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is. Let's take a peek at this chart. 71, 72 cents down here for the 618. The 0.5 retracement here at 75. Not a bad spot for a pullback of this caliber. What's really cool is as you get these moves bigger and bigger, it's been so long since we've got to even talk about moves like this. But as these moves get larger to the upside, their pullbacks also kind of scale out with it. So now down from 95 cents, XRP's pulled back 22%. That's actually pretty big. That's pretty big. If we look for the total move, the total retracement, let's pull it down here. Our 0.5 sitting at 71 cents. For a high risk trader, 71 cents might look to take a position. I wouldn't. I don't like this V shape we're seeing here, and I hope that it doesn't play out. I hope that we come back up, see something like that, maybe into another little cupish form. But you can't like those kind of melted candles. See, here we go. 10 minutes to close. I think this is going to be an important close today. As we can see on the hour, XRP has done a little chilling. A little. Right here at 1600 hours. Let me see if that's the right time zone. Yep, 1600 hours. However, it has not closed a red candle on the hourly. A red close or a close below 74 cents in 9 minutes will be pretty ugly. That'll be pretty ugly. Hopefully we don't get that. Price did just tap it, and we are seeing a little green. That could be a good sign. No, Bitcoin, keep going. Keep going, son. XRP is the only reason others are pumping. It might be a fair It might be a fair statement. You sold everything 2 days ago, Monty? Well, won't help you now, but on this channel, well, it'll help you if you subscribe and watch our lives. But on this channel, we like to say we don't like to ever be all in or all out. Because it seems every time you do make an all in or all out play, price moves the other way. Doesn't help you now, but maybe in the future. You can always cut a position in half. You can cut it down by 3/4. fractions, percents. Everything in crypto should be viewed in percents, in my opinion. Cross short time for XRP, says Vincent. Maybe. I'm not going short on it, but you might be right. That small take profit I took right about here, not looking so bad now because it missed my big take profit. At this time, I think I took a little bit of profit here and a little bit of profit here, and I still have my order sitting up at 95, which is looking farther away today than it was. I don't love that. False flags, we going to get money in this bull run? That's right, baby. What's interesting to me is XRP pulled back. Bitcoin not really pulling back anymore as XRP continues to fall. Bitcoin's just trading sideways above 31.1. I like this. This makes my long feel a little safer. What's up, Solomon? Dan Yorod, John Peacock, Milkman, and Tommy G subscribing. Keep the subscribes coming. Vote in the poll, like the stream. There we go. Keep it coming. Can we get 100 subscribers today? I hope so. What's up, Jay Chapman? I rock. Thank you, man. Sometimes. I'm feeling pretty rock right now. What's up, Pete? LFG, I agree. That's my opinion on Anchor and Contentos. I don't really have one. Did they move today? I know I have an Anchor chart. I can pull it up for a second. It's probably very old. I don't think I've looked at this in months. There we go. Not a lot of movement there, huh? Not a lot of movement on Anchor. Kind of sitting out the rally, it seems. But we do have 2.7 cents as resistance above us. We've tapped it twice. Our lows are coming up. This chart could look worse. It could look much worse. Very close to breaking out. Pulled back right from that descending high trend. Anchor above 2.7 cents looks pretty good. Add alert. Okay, there we go. Bitcoin chilling. XRP hopefully defending. We have 1 minute. No, we have 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 24 seconds to go. And what we're looking for those that just tuned in is essentially XRP skunking my take profit at 95 cents here, but we're watching this hourly close. Looking for anything above 74.8. Don't want to see this hourly close red. If we do, likely to see more retracement, at least just to sweep longs, debate and shorts, etc. But a red close here would break our beautiful green setup. One more 5-minute candle. It's kind of close. It's kind of very close. Oh, I'm so sad. That would have been a beautiful TP. Beautiful. What's up, Shaco Gibson? Subscribing. Good to have you, man. Finally, something's happening. That's right, Dan. Finally. We'd like to show you found the channel on accident. Tommy G. Sometimes the best things in life are little accidents. And Tommy G showing up here is one of them. Kevin wants to see Algo. We'll pull up Algo quick. Algo has not been looking too good. Did trade down close to 10 cents today. You know, there's not much I can say about Algo. Until it makes some kind of move, man. Until it makes, let's say, 14 cents. That's a like 50% move to the upside. Until it takes some kind of high out, it's hard to be bullish. It did hit a new all-time low last month. It hasn't broken that low this month, and it does have a strong candle today along with the rest of the market. But until Algo breaks some kind of high, man, I don't know. Something I will say about Algo, if we do see it trade lower and break last month's low, continue price discovery, I'll likely be a buyer at like 5 cents. I'll look to pick something up at 5 cents if it comes. Yeah. Not a bad take. More subscribers. Keep them coming. What's up? Rita El Mari. Retta El Mari. Welcome, fam. Welcome. Let's zoom in really low here. 1 minute time frame. We do see some rolling over here as our money flow is failing to set higher highs. But we're on the 1 minute, not a huge deal. 5 minutes still in a pretty solid uptrend. We're going to be watching money flow as VWAP is pulling up here. We're going to be watching money flow to come break that high and continue the uptrend past 31.5. VWAP slanting up, not a bad sign. We have a lot of ground below us on the 5 minute to We have a lot of ground below us before we start seeing a rollover on the 5. This is still clearly uptrending. 15-minute reflecting the same, breaking its highs here, putting in higher highs. Maybe a little pullback here as VWAP and momentum are trending down, but really looking for another higher low on money flow. Not looking bad. 30-minute looks very strange. For the rally we just had, 30-minute very weird. Not really the most bullish on the 30. The only real redeeming factor is it is hitting a higher high versus its previous move. But this doesn't look like it has a lot of momentum. Hopefully our other time frames look a little better. Without a push up, the hourly doesn't even look great. Hasn't broken high. If we do see a pullback, likely we're getting the hourly rollover signal. Looking for retracement. Boo, that's not what I was hoping for. Got to go out to the 2 hour before you see a higher high again. In a clear uptrend. Looking good on the 2. 4 hour. Really good move on VWAP, but not breaking anywhere, is it? That's odd. Why do some of these time frames look like this? After this kind of move up, you're just gonna have a little bump? That's weird. That's very odd. Let's go to the 12. Actually, let's go to our clean chart. Why am I doing this on like a real musty chart? Let's look at the week here quick. Bitcoin looking beautiful. So we do see some weakness on lower time frames. It's not the end of the world, okay? Not the end of the world. What we do have is a weekly resistance broken through, at least so far this week, at 30.6. This would not be a bad spot. In fact, it might even be an intelligent spot for the right trader to potentially take a position. Not financial advice. Figure this trade out for yourself, but I could see it maybe playing something like this. Something like that. Looking for 30.6 with your stop underneath the weekly low. For the more conservative trader, maybe you wait for 30.1. You can have a tighter stop loss then. And of course, then a shorter take profit. But those could be decent long trades. On the other side, short, obviously. Obviously, the short. If you're not feeling a short, that's probably good evidence that it's not a bad idea. Short from 31.5. Likely to play pretty well. And you could then, of course, target the 30.6 or 30.1, depending. Or if you're really bearish, even farther down, maybe to the monthly open at 28.5 or the quarter, or no, the monthly opens at 27.2, quarterly at 28.5. You can play this however you'd like. I can see all these trades potentially being solid, but basically what I'm saying is if we do get a move up, FOMOing into the top of the candle, not likely a great idea. The better trader looking for the more patient entry around 30.6 or as low as 30.1. Let's go to the day. Let's go to the day. When you look at the day, you see that 30.6 clear. It's very clear right here. Let's move this over. Send these to the back. Send this to the back. There we go. Down here. Send you to the back. Please, please, while I'm doing this, guys, please keep smashing the likes, sharing the stream, subscribing. All of the engagements that YouTube craves helps me out. There you go. On the day, you can see these levels a lot more clearly. Even the daily found resistance there for breaking up, blasting off today. Let's throw 31.1. Yep. On this chart, this is a lot easier. The daily gave us an awesome, awesome signal that we caught on, I think, the last live stream or the one before. Right here, money flow rolled over. We've been waiting for weeks and weeks. Back into positive. VWAP setting higher highs and momentum still moving up. This daily setup is great. It's looked great since about the 10th. That's why we went pretty heavy long. We spent May through July in red or negative money flow, meaning money was leaving the market on the daily time frame. That changed the 10th, and really the tune of Bitcoin changed the 10th. We saw back here. This was actually the 9th. Back here off this higher low is when we rolled over and started to climb up. This is a very healthy climb. I like it. Let's look at some of our other indicators, though. for maybe some confluence. Beautiful on the daily, right at that level, 30.6, man. 30.6 actually looks prime. I'm probably going to take a position or something from 30.6 if it comes. The daily TK was acting as resistance. That's a very bearish short-term signal. However, the market said, not today, Satan. Rallied higher, pushed past. Really, any close on the day above 30.6 is going to look very good. Of course, above 31.1 going to look even better to set the highest daily close of this year. That would be very solid. Moving averages. Let's slap these bad boys on. Wait. I gotta find my MAs, man. One sec. I think like TradingView somehow deleted like my favorite moving average. Here it is. Nope. There it is. It like I can't find this indicator, so now I have to copy and paste it. There we are. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, okay, all right. So we have I guess we'll call it a silver cross. I think I've seen Eric Crown, a very handsome, great named guy, say the word silver cross. Maybe it's a thing. Our 50 daily and our 100 daily crossed bullishly yesterday on that red candle. Today, just confirming the move here with those large moving averages crossing over, adding a little extra strength. Our 20 all the way up at 30.5, not bad. Likely to be about 30.6 if we ever test it. We looked at this the other day. On the daily, the Bollinger Bands tightened to one of the closest, one of the tightest we've ever seen. If you're not familiar with these, it's just a 20 daily moving average. One standard deviation up and down makes the bands. Basically, what we see is when the top bands are hit and we move back to the 20, back to the baseline, the white here, we have seen that result in moves to the upside. This did fake us out. We traded below it. However, we do see now this candle pushing up into the top of the bands here. And what that's doing is stretching them back out, basically saying volatility was coming. When these get tight, large moves or volatile moves in either direction usually result. For instance, let's see back here in January, this is probably the last time they were just as tight right here. Very tight bands led to a large move to the upside. That happened again here. That move wasn't quite as big. Let's see if we can get one to the downside. Downside back in May, tight bands, dump. It hasn't really been that tight since that May dump, so not a lot of other examples there, but that's okay. Just running through the charts. What about volume? Volume not so hot. However, that's kind of normal. We haven't broken the range yet. If we break 31.5 today, which I do believe we will, I better see that volume come up. Better see that volume come up. We want to see spot buys pushing this market, not leverage, not perps. Not to perps. Not to perps. Ooh, TK and KJ both trending up there on the 12-hour, not looking bad. 12-hour has been a very consistent signal for us all year, and it is not letting us down today. Higher highs on money flow. Looks like it is coming up. VWAP barely able to stay negative. Momentum pushing back up. I like what I'm seeing there. I like what I'm seeing here. I like it. We got Will Power subscribing. Welcome, Will. Nelson Figueroa. Figuera. I can't pronounce that, man. Welcome. Green Ben, Click Beat, all subscribing, joining our fam. For everyone new, make sure you join the Discord. I airdrop Bitcoin to every single person after every single live stream, so I'll make you a holder just for being in there. We also have an awesome community that chats crypto 24/7. Bunch of degens. Join the group. We also get post-stream updates from time to time if you're in there. And it's the best way to keep up with our lives. Best way to keep up with the lives. All right. All right. Here we go. Bitcoin moving back up. I'm going to make another new chart here because I want to get rid of these things that make it very hard to see. 5 minute currently riding that 20 moving average up. Looking for a retest of at least 31.4 right here, in my opinion. Oh, man. Guessing I'm at. Okay, a little technical difficulty there. I don't know what is in my eye, but it is painful. Coming back up to our 5-minute resistance here, I believe. Let's see. Maybe not. Get rid of these bad boys. What's up, Francis? Subscribing. Good to have you. 1 minute still looking to roll over. Not the best. Not what I was hoping for. Oh well. Do it this way. Opening my object tree. Okay. Bitcoin tapping 31,350 again. Interesting. Potential double top here on a really low time frame. However, let's look to what has been running the market today. XRP. We made the observation. That's the word. I can't find words today, guys. I'm a little hype. When I'm a little hype, I can't find words. The observation that Bitcoin and XRP seem to be doing a seesawing back and forth. Basically, XRP leading the way, running, and then Bitcoin kind of gaining ground during the pullbacks, 81.6. And so what we're going to be looking for as a nice little trading signal today is going to be XRP making a move. That's why I want these both up. Nope, that's not right. Man, I gotta pee. I'll hold it. There we go. 81.6, is that right? And then our hourly. Just update this chart here quick. Okay, cool. We were waiting for the hour to close on XRP, and we got it. We didn't want a red candle. The bulls for XRP rejecting that bearish candle here. It did trade very closely. Very, very closely. Bitcoin moving up. Although now this pattern, unless Bitcoin stops right now and XRP moves up, that correlation may be already fleeting here, as Bitcoin was not leading these rallies today in the last hours. On the 1 minute, looking to roll over, but very strong money flow, which is to be assumed, as it's been a very strong rally. VWAP coming up, money flow hitting high on the 5 minute, not looking to roll over, actually. And that's diverging from Bitcoin, the low time frames. 15 minute pulling back a little, but we may have already seen that play out. I don't see any signs of rolling over quite yet. Weirdly, 30 minute, just like Bitcoin, just weird. Just, what is this? I don't even know how to read that. Hourly, kind of similar. Weird. This is very strange to me. So with 100% rally basically on XRP, money flow really not being pulled up. That's not the best sign. That's not the best. I'm not gonna lie, that's not the best sign. We do see that a little bit on Bitcoin as well. Maybe some of this is suggesting looking for a short isn't a bad idea. Maybe. Let's turn this over to the 1 minute charts. It's gonna get spicy in here. Go Bitcoin. Break it. Break it. XRP on a really low time frame here, putting in some kind of like flat top ascending low pattern. Bitcoin, somewhat similar. On our poll, we have almost 1,000 votes, guys. I hope we have almost 1,000 likes. Keep smashing them. Keep subscribing. Do you guys feel good today? You should feel good today. Enjoy it. We've spent 2 years almost in the dumps of the dumpiest bear market ever. And now we have a little bit of spice. It's okay. It's okay to feel good today. It's okay to embrace it. Here's the one thing it's not okay to do. It's not okay to then go and make trades based on that feeling. Do not do that. Allow yourself to enjoy it. Take the good vibes. But don't allow yourself to make emotional decisions either direction. That's it. That's all. 800 votes, 64% say the pump is not over, 36% leaning bearish, thinking the pump is over. The minority vote will win, says Crypto Treasure. Honestly, on this channel, I don't know, man. This is coming from the same chat that for weeks now has been voting only for longs during our You Choose the Long segments. I don't know. Usually I go against the herd, but our chat, at least when it comes to my money, our chat's usually pretty spot on. Let's take a look back at CoinGlass. This is what I wanted to see. Let's effing go. Let's effing go. This is what I wanted to see. All right, so what we are seeing. This is open interest, or the amount of perpetual contracts open. You can think of it that way. We saw price rise with open interest rising. That was a good sign. It means that the rally was being fueled or agreed upon by traders. And as we continued to climb right here, right probably at XRP at 95 cents, we saw open interest drop. Now we can see lots of shorts getting liquidated. That is putting upside pressure on the market. However, it's not the kind of upside pressure we want. We want spot buys, not short licks. But what we see, since open interest drained down, it is now at a new high. So more contracts are open now than they were back here. That's a good sign. With all of these shorts liquidating, it looks like in a 5-minute time frame we saw 10.5 million shorts liquidate just in that 1 5-minute candle right here. When shorts liquidate, what do? They close, and so open interest drops. So combining shorts being liquidated with open interest rising means that longs are being opened, and that is reflected here. We can see this in our funding rate. Longs funding rate has gone back to neutral, about 0.01. We see, or that shows us that longs are opening. They're outpacing shorts. What we want to see is open interest continue to climb, and we want to see Bitcoin inch back up to that high. Now, if we zoom out, we will find very brief, short-lived instances of funding going completely negative for the hour. That was one of our conditions, or one of my conditions in this range. I said, man, this range looks really good. However, what I need to see is funding flip to negative on the hourly time frame for any amount of time. Why? Because that's basically what we've seen on the way up. On the way up, we have very commonly seen short funding get very intense very briefly before our legs up. We didn't get one until the 6th, right here, at the very bottom of this monthly candle. So that condition was met. That's good stuff. All right. Open interest continuing to climb here as I talk. We might as well just look at this. We don't have to look at the price. We just look at open interest. Open interest continues to climb. Price getting back there. Getting back there, but it has not really moved much, has it? Let's make this bigger. Let's make this smaller. CVD is good, but I don't need volume SMA. Here we go. So what we want to see is price going up and open interest going up. Right now we do, so that is a confidence building sign. That is likely suggesting upside. Is XRP going to fill my 95 cent take profit? I hope so. You know, I might make this bigger again. How much will I have left? I have 2,680 XRP still open. I closed, I think. Wait, what? 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 One sec. Well, how is this even organized? This is just like random. They're not even alphabetical. What's happening? I don't even know how to find this. I guess I do this. Hide other symbols. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? Okay, good. Something's just bugging out here. Hide other symbols. That's not working. There we go. I closed 500, closed 1,000. So I closed 1,500. I still have 2,700 open. Let's do this. All right, I'm going to move that back up a little bit, make it a little heavier. So if we do see 95 cents broken today, I will take profit, but I'll still have about 1/3 of the position open in case it just keeps on running. I do have $7,000 Bitcoin long still open. I don't have take profits to the upside for this yet, but it's not time for that anyway. It's time to continue watching this. Open interest is still rising. We need to see this candle flip green. XRP back above 81.6 cents. That's not bad. I'm not getting confidence on this low time frame though. Well, here's a signal. 5 minute. Okay, just a few minutes ago, we said the 5 minute in a pretty clear uptrend here. And what we're going to be looking for is for money flow to come back up and break the high. We got it. 1, 2, 3. Not bad. This is a clearly defined uptrend, as I call it, on the 5. 15 minute was showing us before, still is. No issues there. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly, Nelly. Should wear stream. Do they make streaming diapers? I don't want to wear them, but like, I don't know, man. Sometimes it seems worth it. What's up, Jansen? 5393 subscribed. Welcome, Jansen. Terry Crow. Miguel Santos. Transylvania Live. Best name ever. What's up, man? Welcome. Good to have all the new faces here. It's good to have a little spice back. It's good to finally see our portfolios, our investments green. It has been a long time. It has been quite a long time. Uh-oh, this isn't good, guys. No, I'm getting texts about buying crypto. No, the top's in. Pack it up, boys. We're done. Pack it in. It's over. It was a great ride. Going to zero, everything. I'm just kidding. Not a great sign, but I will say the person who texted me is not the most retail, actually. So, not the worst. This is good. Open interest still moving up here. Very, very light short liquidations. But this still looks like, what? Perpetual contracts pushing price up. Not the best. Not the best. What's up, Alberto Daniel Palho? Subscribed. Check XLM. We did look at XLM, but we can pull it back up. Bullish on streaming diapers. That's right, Vince. Let's effing go, Vince. Bullish on diapers. Tree City West. Your face is new? Did you just have plastic surgery? It's good to see you, Tree City. What's up, Mike Bennett? Streaming and you streaming diapers. Streaming depends, man. Coinbase, is it still putting on gains? Oh, Coinbase, baby, still putting on gains. Earlier in the episode, I called for a $111 coin. Since we started streaming, it looks like it's moved from 102, 101, up to about 105. Not bad. Marching up there to that 111 target. Let's go. Did MicroStrategy also move? Looks like stocks have about an hour left of trading. Let's see. MicroStrategy wasting no time on this pump. Still pushing up. Love it. Come on, Litecoin. Do something, Litecoin. Solana. Not that anyone asked. Solana tapping up against previous daily resistance. No issues here under daily RSI. Maybe here. You have a higher RSI. You have a higher high in price. It's looking all right, though. It's looking all right. XLM still chilling. Hit 20 cents. Pulled back to 16. I don't like that it could potentially be putting in a lower high here at 16. I don't love that. But what I see here on this chart is I definitely need to use my extension and retracement tool because we have a pullback. We have a reversal. We're down past the 0.23, the initial retracement. The 382 potentially holding support there, but I don't like it under 16.3. Looking back, you have your 618 down here at 1269. Nice. Nice. It doesn't line up at all. Doesn't line up at all with that like 11.9 from all the way back here in the previous bear market. XLM I really want to see it close above 16.3. If you don't, I think what happens is you see it trend back to about 12. Maybe 11.7. Volume on that candle, very good for spot though. You really want to see it close above some kind of resistance there. So let's say it closes above 16.3 like up here. I would expect it to kind of trend back down to that 16.3. Maybe find buyers. But if it's under, I would expect something like this. And you can even kind of fit a trend line there. Would look pretty good. Would look pretty good. Xrp and BTC slumbering on the hype. WTF. Thomas strapped. What's up, Joel? Locked and loaded, baby. Locked and loaded. Have they talked about it on Fox News yet? Probably not. Probably not. This is a good time to remember, guys. in the video description below and in the live chat and pinned to the top. Sign up for Femex and Fair Desk. There's no KYC. You can KYC if you'd like. It's optional, but it is not geo-restricted. Know your local area's laws, etc. But sign up using my link. You'll get some big bonuses for trading, as well as their platforms that I personally use. You see me trading on them almost every live stream. And I'll even pull up the Fair Desk. Quickly do this. I'm so ADD today. I'm hype. I'm jazzed. I can't keep my thoughts straight. That's why I'm not entering any new trades. Funding coming down a little bit on CoinEx, but overall we're seeing funding get a little more bearish. I don't like that. I don't prefer that. It makes sense though, because we were just kind of diagnosing the open interest in the price. Open interest is still rising. Not many liquidations. So what does that mean? Longs are being opened. Easy. We can see that without even looking at funding. On Femex, or not Femex, on Fair Desk. 2 accounts here. Fat Bitcoin long, up a 19%. XRP up 125% here. Our other trades, not quite as glamorous. These are our live stream trades. We hit a lot of take profits, I believe. Yeah, peppered throughout. Take profits. We've had our short stopped out in a loss. Our longs closed in profit. And now if I was paying attention, I would have closed more shorts on this. Oops. You know, these aren't the worst, though. 30.9, 30.8, 30.6. This 30.4 kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. But it's not the end of the world. All right. This is Fair Desk, by the way. Sign up with my link. Help support the stream. All right. Just burning time here while I wait for Bitcoin to move. I said it earlier in the stream. I'll say it again. I really am confident Bitcoin will at least tap 31.5 today, if not run higher. Mostly just because XRP has moved so much. Broken its range. It just would be uncharacteristic of it not to. It's looking worse and worse for my 95-cent take profit. I was off by less than like 0.001. I got skunked. That would have been a sweet take profit. We watched it run up there live too. Look at this. Look at this bullshittery. This malarkey. 94.95. So this take profit was off by 0.0005. 5/100ths of a penny. 5/100ths of a penny. Lame. It's okay. No real issues here. You have a lower high, but your RSI really just coming down on it. You know what? Let me see XLM again. It's kind of interesting. So what's interesting to me is, so XLM had like 20-cent resistance and 16.3. It rejected from 20 and then came back and tested 16.3, and I'm a little worried here. It's okay as long as it holds this low, but with this tap of resistance, that actually does mirror really closely XRP. XRP 95 came back down to 81.6. This was our previous resistance as well, tapping it here. If I want my long to TP, I better hope this low holds. Better hope. 34 minutes to close this 4 hour. I have a pretty strong confidence that at the end of this 4 hour, it will get boring. For some reason, 4 hours, when they make big moves, almost always do nothing in the next candle. There we go. Exactly as predicted. Call me Carl the Moon. Call me Carl the Moon. The top wasn't in for the day. Call me Carl the Moon, because it's exactly as predicted. It's much cooler to say things like that than actually is Carl the Moon. Not that cool. Cool guy. Don't love his content. But there we go. Higher high. Let's go, fam. Let's go. We are breaking. We are breaking yearly highs right now in Bitcoin, exactly as predicted earlier in the stream. Let's go. Let's go. I have to tweet Bitcoin new 2023 high LFG. Let's go. We're all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. All right, wait. No, everything's lagging. Okay. Bitcoin, new 2023 high. Let's go. Let's take this, take that, put this up here, tweet it away. I'll put the link in the chat. Let's go. Hype it up. Let's go. We'll have to end this poll and start a new poll. It's at 1,000 votes. 63% of us were right. Congrats. 36% of us a little early on calling the top, but that's okay. Tops are hard to call. All right, close the poll, but I'm lagging or something. Oh, something's going on here because it's not letting me open another one. Carl the Spoon, 31.7. No, it's really weird. XRP not moving at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a tiny bit. Let's close some of these. Ethereum chilling at 2K. It looks like Bitcoin really taking back. Looks like it's taking back some of the ground it lost today. Let's zoom out to the hour again. What's up, Kane Rich, Astro Notes, Alberto Daniel Paulhau. Also subscribing. Great to have you all, fam. Join the Discord. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Smash the like button. Looks like Bitcoin here with this move kind of standing on its own. Do we see anything else that's moving in this hour? Maybe ADA here, but it's still under the previous high. What's kind of making Bitcoin stand out right now is that it just broke its daily high while we're seeing potentially, wow, Coinbase might hit 111 today. That's nuts. MicroStrategy blasting off with Bitcoin. You know, we're going to start hearing a lot about a MicroStrategy Bitcoin correlation, I have a feeling. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. But that is undeniable. Green candle on MicroStrategy. Clap. Green candle on the corn. There we go. 31,750 and we are running. We are not done. Holy shizzle. Let's put on some pump tunes. Can I still put on this song? I have to put on our favorite pump song. Oh, it's search. Here we go. Mortal. It's mortal time, baby. Here we go. I can't play individual tracks because I no longer have the premium version. F you, Pretzel. F you. I have to like sign up for it right now. Because I want to. Oh no, I can play it off YouTube. Screw that. No, where is it? This is terrible. No. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah. You dare challenge me, summoner, the god of Olympus. Reaching up to 31.8. It's pump song time. It's pump o'clock. It's pump o'clock, baby. Oh wait, I didn't close the poll. Okay. Won't let me close it.
No matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to stand against you. They will fall as well. Death of Olympus means the death of us all. Then prepare for your death, Poseidon.
Prepare for your death, Poseidon. And me, mortal, the god of Olympus. Love this song. It's a pumpy kind of day. Almost 3,000 viewers. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We back, baby. Oh yeah. If won't let me close the poll. Let's go.
Zeus should have kept you where you belong.
Oh.
No matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to stand against you. They will fall.
They will fall as well.
Death of Olympus means the
It's the death of us all.
Then prepare
For your death, Poseidon. It's me, mortal. The god of Olympus. Oh, let's go. Let's go. You fucked up, Kratos. You fucked up. Nothing of you in my wake.
A
31-8. Ticket to 32K. Let's go. I can't close the poll. I want to do another one. Don't let me. We're just sticking with that poll today. Did Ripple change their mind? Come on, keep going. Keep going. Keep subscribing. That's right. What's up, money? This is a longer version. That's a long version of that song. I liked it. I liked it. Pushing up to 31.8, almost 31.9, just shy of 32K. Bitcoin putting in a new 2023 high live after Tom the Moon predicted it would happen. That's right. During the live. Let's see. I can't start a new poll. I really wanted to, but it won't let me. It just won't end this one. I've not a clue why. I've never seen this happen. Here we go. What's next? So if we look at upside targets, what is the next resistance? Looking all the way to the left from all the way. That's right. All the way back in last year time. We can either say, okay, January's low. Basically the open of 22. Sitting at 33,000. Or potentially June. Swing high in rejection before dump 23.3. Good upside targets for positions, and they're sitting right here above us. I wanted to start another poll that says now is the pump over. See if we can catch people, but who knows? Who knows what's going on? I've never seen this happen before on YouTube. It just won't let me do it. It won't let me close this poll. It won't let me start another one. That is life. Here we go. Here we go, chat. Keep up the hype. Keep it good. You know, I really have to go to the bathroom. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to just play this song again. And I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick. Don't go anywhere. Join the Discord. Sign up with Fairdesk, Femex. Like, subscribe, etc. Don't go anywhere. We're not done. Bitcoin's not done. We see 32K today in the stream. Or I never leave. That's right. Give me 1 sec.
matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to stand against you. They will fall as well. Death of Olympus means the death of us all. Then prepare for your death, Poseidon. Should have kept you where you belong. No matter how many gods fall, there will always be another to
Told you that'd be
stand
fast.
against you. They will fall as well. Death of Olympus means the death of us all. Then prepare for your death, Poseidon.
Prepare for your death, Poseidon. I love this song. The god of Olympus. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Yes. 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 A true warrior does not hide. Although XRP's moving up, Bitcoin may chill. Ooh, we lost a lot of viewers. That's okay. Damn, you guys really didn't like me going to the bathroom. YouTube just took us out of the algorithm. Straight out of the algorithm. That's okay. XRP moving up here. Looks like tapped about 90 cents. 87.7. Here's a little, this isn't concern, but my like in the next 5 minutes concern is that we haven't really seen XRP and Bitcoin move at the same time today. It seems, as I was saying earlier in the episode, to be like a seesawing of XRP moving up and then a chilling and then Bitcoin moving up. And so I guess we could say, let's see. See if I can make this factually look right. Now, kind of like right here, this pullback, we moved up. That's good. This whole area, right here. Now that XRP moved up, I don't know if we're going to get that 32K shorter in the short term. Might have to wait for XRP to move up. Who knows if it breaks 95, I don't know, lower, high, whatever. Really, the best thing for Bitcoin to hit 32K right now would be, in my opinion, XRP to settle back down and kind of just trade into a pennant, into a flag. And that's likely going to push. Man, my voice is going. Too much hype, guys. I haven't been hyping like a year and a half. I'm going to lose my voice today, aren't I? I'm definitely going to lose my voice today. That's okay. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it for all the thousands of people who tuned in today. Thousands. On this. So I guess back to this chart quickly here. We were talking, you can see that was circled, saying basically price increasing and open interest increasing is a really, really strong trading signal. And it suggests when you see that combination that traders are also looking to push price up. We literally saw this play out in real time during this live stream already. As we hit this high, a new 2023 high, 31.850, we did see open interest drop. Why? Because shorts got liquidated. Longs didn't come in to support it quite equally. So open interest pulled back here. What are we looking for again, chat? You know the answer. We're looking for open interest to move up, make a higher high, and have price move along with it. It's not ideal because it's a perpetual fueled rally. They're just not quite as strong as spot fueled rallies, but that'll be the signal we'll look for our next leg up if it's coming. CVD trending up is always a good sign. Still below early July, though. What is not great is I'm assuming funding is going to get even more bearish, slightly. We're about 20% above neutral right now. We even see CoinX's crazy funding coming back into reality here as those shorts are just getting riggedy wrecked. I don't love token margin contracts. People longing with Bitcoin are starting to do so heavier. That is not a good setup typically. Not a good setup typically. Based on what I'm seeing today, and I will have to just really quickly run through these charts again. But what I'm seeing today is I think we see another move to the upside on Bitcoin, probably into that 32 range. However, at 32.3, maybe as high as 32.9. However, especially if it happens quickly, like if we see a one candle, kind of like XRP did today, if we see this, the problem is that's likely fueled by perpetuals, and what we're very likely to see is a very hefty retracement. Now, maybe, or hopefully it's back to 31.5 and that holds. That'd be all right. But long positions opening, getting squeezed back out, liquidated back to, I mean, this would be the logical previous resistance, 31.5. We did not at all backtest it yet. We broke through it with some gusto. We've held higher. Sellers not immediately coming in, which I believe to be a good sign in the short term. And I think that bodes well for the move to continue up. However, remember, nothing goes up forever. Even XRP, not going to go up forever. This was a catastrophic. This is an epic. This is probably the craziest pump in the last year. XRP putting in 100% today. Even if XRP is going higher, even if it's going back to all-time highs to break them or whatever, it's not going to do it in this fashion. It's not going to just move straight up. We'll hit something, it'll trade sideways or retrace, chill out, basically reorganize perpetuals, stop out late positions, etc., before then climbing back higher. And so whenever you see really strong moves, you do have to get a little bit worried, a little, maybe not worried, but a little mindful that the harder things go up, the harder they go down. Look at 2019. I'm liking this RSI. Now, we do have bearish divergence on the 5-minute RSI. Highs are coming down, but I'd say more importantly than that, RSI remaining above 50 and really hanging out and overbought. That is a good sign for a rally, for a trend. I say it a lot, overbought, oversold, they're not counter signals. When something is overbought, you look for it to remain overbought as a sign of an uptrend. When something's oversold, you look for it to remain oversold as a sign of a downtrend. It's not, oh, it's overbought, it's going down. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Not at all. No, don't give me another lower high. Don't do it. Don't do it. I really want my freaking 95-cent fill on XRP. I'm going to feel like such a champ. Let's see. Litecoin not joining the party yet. MicroStrategy being a good indicator of Bitcoin's price movement. Not a very strong pullback there. Still trading basically at session highs for the next, 45 minutes. Let's close. Solana has frozen. This is good news. Good news on XLM here. I was worried about XLM potentially rejecting at 16.3. So as resistance that it blasted through, fell back below. We had this gnarly red, but I do like this. It has pushed higher. We have a higher high there, and it does seem as if it's looking to close candles above it. That's good. That is very good. I was very much worried about this lower high to resistance and just falling back down. ADA looking strong, actually, which makes sense. With the XRP decision, that does kind of cast a blanket on the rest of the crypto space, and specifically coins that dumped from the whole security thing. Like ADA saw a very big decline on the security accusation. So those coins logically should be what? Looking to move back to where they fell from. And that was what I was saying earlier in the episode, is this is a great candle for ADA, but it's not a higher high. I mean, it is based on this, but it's not a higher high from where it fell from. It's actually not even back to where it was. That'd be 38.3 cents. Trading above there, very bullish. I'm even going to put an alert. But basically, overreaction from the market, accumulation, back to equilibrium. Boom. I don't know who looked at Anchor, but it might be going. We'll see. I'll use an alert. Algo losing some of the gains today. Let's actually go here. Let's see what's moved big in the last hour. Whew. The viewership dumped when I was in the bathroom. That's okay. That does not mean we should stop the hype, the likes, or the subscribing, or the joining of the Discord. The Tom, 265 subscribed 5 minutes ago. Welcome, the Tom. Handsome name. Very handsome name for a handsome guy. XRP still the biggest gainer in the hour, followed by Stellar. Pepe up a little bit today, it seems. Cardano, the third biggest on the day, followed by Lido, Radix, Solana, Polygon, Optimism, Woo. It's like everything. To be honest, what's down today might be more interesting. Just Bitcoin Cash and like its derivative. That's odd. I guess they did pump very hard at the beginning of this month. 75% in 24 hours. Feels good. I wonder what kind of low cap shit stuff has really pumped. Look at that at the top of the list. XRP. I don't think we've ever seen a top 10 coin at the top gainers before. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I thought CoinMarketCap didn't have stables here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. All right, now what I want to see is some long liquidations, please. If we're going to have a red candle, I want to see longs liquidate. I want to see this funding start trending back down. Let's see it come down a little bit. So let's check out these trades. These were like the theoretical trades we placed earlier in the stream, kind of just based on macro levels. This short did technically fill. It did not get stopped out. Though, who knows, it still might. Nah, that's looking clean. This is looking clean. Look at this shit. Yes, that was right. 31.5 coming in. We were saying we haven't backtested it yet. Let's see if support can hold at 31.5. That would be dandy. Potentially as low as 31.4 even. 31.4 looking pretty good here. Our swing high to our swing low, our 618 are our golden retracement right there at 31.4. And this was also a level of consolidation on the 5 minute, very zoomed in. Right here, some very clean closes. Tapped to went higher. Likely to find some kind of buyers here. Likely to find some kind of buyers here. 31.5, 31.4. But nothing is guaranteed. Some money flow in the hours. So strange. Let's look at the low time frames. Since we have these two green candles after a string of red, let's look at our oscillators. Got some kind of bullish divergence there on the 1 minute. This price has not made a new low, but RSI did. What about on the 5? 5 just honey badger, dude. Honey badger does not care. That'd be a great spot for this low to grab. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical that that's the low. But that'd be a great spot for the low to grab. Very clean uptrend on RSI. Yes, you have your highs coming down. Not the best, but what we could see, hopefully, something like this, where you get another move. That brings you up to like 32, 33. You break your highs, and things look pretty good then. On the 15-minute, actually, that's cool. So on the 5, you have that bearish divergence. On the 15, you don't. That's a very good sign. 15-minute here, higher high in RSI. Beautiful. No bearish divergence. What about the hour? Hour looking good too. While this was a higher high in RSI on the 20th of June, looking just back to our local highs on RSI, we have broken them, and we've broken them in price. It's up to the analyst. I do tend to think when things are too far back that you drop them. You drop them. You don't forever look at their highs. MicroStrategy moving up again right now with Bitcoin on a green candle. Spicy. Moving up 466, really approaching that 486 target. Looks like sooner rather than later, markets are closing in like 30, 40 minutes here. Right? They close at 4:30. It's 3:52. Looking to really put in a strong close on a Thursday. Look at this candle. No way. Okay, yeah, 12%. 12% on the day for MicroStrategy. That's huge. Huge, huge. Huge, huge, huge. Okay, no. Market's closing 7 minutes. My bad. We can see it right here on the countdown. Looking to put in a strong close. I wonder. It kind of looks like it wants to close right here, doesn't it? Can it add on another 20 points in the next 7 minutes? That would be spicy as hell. If it does, I would expect Bitcoin probably to dump almost immediately, not like into oblivion, but to then start selling off or, yes, to start selling off after regular markets close. If MicroStrategy closes that strong, I think the odds of that are pretty low. Darkness, are you listening? XRP, we said this earlier. I said this would be the best thing to happen. Remember? When it fell down here, I said, man, the best thing that could happen here is if our high, if we like basically put in a lower high and a higher low, and we started flagging out. That's exactly what's happening. I like it. I like it a lot. Bitcoin moseying on up. MicroStrategy chilling out. Not a good signal. Let's swap it back. Open interest still falling. Not ideal. Let's see. Not a few longs liquidated. Not really what I was hoping for. And funding keeps rallying up. More and more people going long up here at a new yearly high. Man, are they brand new to crypto? You don't long a yearly high. What the hell? What in the hell? What will be really interesting today at 8 p.m. East or whenever the Bitcoin daily candle closes will be the Fear and Greed Index update. I wonder how much into greed it's pushed. Probably substantially. Dollar continues to trade to lower lows while we were live. Man, that looks like a heat-seeking missile. One thing I don't like about this, though, is that's looking pretty primed for some kind of retracement. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. Technically, it could be today still, but like, look at the angle of this is just dropping harder and harder. Parabolic dump. Whenever that catches bids, it is going to absolutely. In fact, I would say if it makes all the way down to like 798, I would expect a retracement back to the yearly support that was broken today. You found support here once, twice, 3, 4, whatever times. You broke it today. A dump followed by retracement back to that previous support tested as resistance at about 101. Very, very likely for the dollar. When that happens, be very wary of your positions, because there's likely to be a chaotic market day when that does happen. Very crazy. Very crazy, son. Huh. Something like this. Can't find the trend. We had some excitement. We did make a bunch of great calls today. I wish I could do another poll, even though we've lost 2/3 of the audience today. I wish we could do another poll. Just won't let me close it. Not buying into this hype? That's wise. Div X-ray, that's wise. We say it here on this channel, we don't buy green and we don't sell red. That's what I do. What's up, Crypto Surg? How you doing, man? Gary taking a vacation, hopefully forever. You need some sleep? Get some sleep, Dirk. We'll be here. We've been here for 4 years live streaming. We'll be here for at least another 4. Why not buy XRP with a 70% premium? Yeah, why not? No thanks. XRP hit what price? 94.96. Just, 5/100ths of a cent from 95 cents, aka 5/100ths of a cent from my freaking take profit. When we started the stream, we were down here in the 80s. We saw it rally live, and everyone saw my take profit get sniped by a fraction of a penny. I'm holding on to hope that it still fills. Next candle, 32,000. Very possible. Very possible. It's going to be interesting when traditional markets close. I was looking for MicroStrategy to rally into the last few minutes. Does not look like it's doing that. That's okay. If it had done so, that's why I said then I would expect Bitcoin to sell off. That would have been very kind of blow off topish. This looks more like return to the trendish. Coming on down. Man, I was so sure coin was going to hit 111 today. Close. So close. Currently at 107. Really good to be seeing these Bitcoin related stocks like Coinbase and MicroStrategy putting in gains alongside Bitcoin. That is a very confidence building scenario for me. XLM flagging out as well, really mirroring XRP here. Very similar looking 5-minute candles. Kind of a capitulating top, sells off, lows come up, highs come down. XRP and XLM, you wouldn't even know they were different charts really. Look very similar. Tracking together. Dominance chilling, looks like maybe did find some support at 50. Maybe. Maybe. Uh-oh. Whoa. What is this? Traditional markets are about to wrap. Something tells me we get a move. Like the minute after. Like this. We got 18 seconds for traditional markets to wrap it up. Coinbase not going to make it to 111 today, but goddamn if it didn't have a 25% daily candle opening at 85, trading as high as 108. Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. MicroStrategy opened at 418, traded as high as 466 for an 11% day. That's still bonkers. Stocks don't really do this. Here we go. Here we go. What? Okay. And we are in. We're done. Traditional markets are closed. Ta-da. Looks like Coinbase selling off a little into post. Same with MicroStrategy, likely just profit taking. Something tells me to look at XRP right now. I don't know why. And we can get a spicy 1-minute candle for the first post trading day candle. Not really. Okay. What's up, King Yard? Yared. How you doing, Yared? Happy you found us, my friend. We're live here a lot. Been live for 4 years on YouTube, bringing you charting, crypto, technical analysis, trading, etc. Usually we're live trading, but today we're really just taking profits on these moves, not opening new positions. Feel lucky that I ripped that long off on XRP earlier. I don't usually trade like that. But something told me. Just go for it, buddy. Go for it. All right. Not as spicy as I'd hoped post-market. Not very much volatility yet. And my voice is going. It is going quickly. Very quickly. I really want to stay on till 32K though. I still think we see 32K today. Haven't changed my mind. I'm stubborn. I don't change my mind, baby. Yeah, I do. Open interest, CVD hitting high there, pulling back. Ta-da. Open interest falling. Not a lot of liquidations. I'd like to see more longs liquidate, but it doesn't seem to be in the cards right now. Like to see funding get more negative, but I would like to see before that, I would like to see open interest follow price up. We have 3 green candles here, 3 green candles of open interest. We got to see it. We got to see it take out the high. And then we get 32K. Baby. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Go. Bum, 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 bum. This poll. It was just the poll that never ended. Never could not let me end it. Don't know why. Anchor broke its high for the day. Not excited enough to look at it though. Francisco Perez said, I could leave, but then I'd just be checking the price and movements somewhere else. Dude, exactly. Exactly. It's like one of the reasons I started streaming. I was like, I'm looking at this shit all day, every day anyway. Might as well do it not alone. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot better not alone. Much more fun with a community, with friends. By the way, guys, whenever we do end this stream, make sure you've joined the Discord. You'll get free Bitcoin. Not a lot, but you'll get some sats. But more importantly, you're in a community of people who are always checking the charts and are always trading. That's rare, and it's very valuable in crypto to find a community like ours. It's awake 24/7, always some banter and shenanigans going on. The after party is in the Discord. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Papa Corn, are you ready? Are you ready to go? Baby. Nice. Look at these, this like move up, pull back, move up, pull back, move up. Though we do have a high on the doji here, that does actually make it a little different. Looking for a close above 31.7 on this 30-minute candle. Nice bullish engulf, 3 candles set up. Hourly still not giving anything back. Not yet. Maybe spoke too soon. Oh man, my voice is gone. Going. Wanted TP, but now waiting for higher. What's up, Rave Song Records? Remember, guys, so if you're sitting there thinking, oh, you actually saw me do it, so I'll tell this story through the context of what I did today. The best TP ever. 95 cents didn't hit. Instead of just closing the whole position, You guys saw me take profit live. I just closed a little bit of the position, took a little bit of the profit, locked a little bit of it away. You can see that here in the realized P&L. You can always do this. Typically, you do this when you're in profit, not in the loss, but you can do it to mitigate risk to the downside too. You can always close a piece of a position. You don't have to be all in or all out. Typically, all in and all out puts you in a very emotional, stressed out state when it doesn't go your way, because you either have no exposure or too much exposure. So keep that in mind. If you're thinking, oh man, I really want to take profit, but I want higher, maybe you just lock in 10%, right? Maybe you just put like 10% in profit. And then if it goes higher, you still have 95% of it, right? You're creating a win-win position for yourself, and in trading, they are invaluable. They're priceless. Win-win. Professor Beans is growling at me. And Bitcoin's moving back down, yeah. Professor Bean says it's time for me to take her out to poop. So make sure you guys join Discord, sign up with Femex and Fairdesk, our sponsors. Links in the video description below and in the live chat. Extremely good exchanges. I trust them as the most of any centralized exchanges that I can. They've been great partners for years. Help me out, helps the stream, helps you out. You get something too. Join the Discord, follow me on Twitter. Make sure you've liked and subscribed, guys. We will probably be live again when 32K breaks, whenever that happens. I'll check you then. Thanks for joining us today. I love you all, family. Remember, stay calm, stay non-emotional. If you're feeling FOMO, go do something else. Take a break, play with a dog, go to the gym, play some video games, I don't know, high-five a stranger, then come back if you still feel that way and make that decision. Never make decisions in the moment. Stay safe, practice risk